Late one evening, Evelyn sat in the dimly lit living room of her new apartment, the air heavy with silence. She had moved into this old building to escape a tumultuous past, looking for peace, but peace was elusive. The creaking of the floorboards above her had become a familiar sound over the past. Few weeks at first, she assumed it was just the building settling, but then it grew more deliberate, like footsteps. Heavy footsteps, followed by an unnerving, echoing scrape, a sound that seemed to drift from one room to another, never quite stopping. One night, she decided to investigate. Taking a flashlight, Evelyn crept up the narrow stairs to the second floor. The hallway was bathed in shadows, the dim light from her flashlight casting long, grotesque shapes along the walls. She knocked on the first door, no answer. She knocked again, silence, the floor beneath. Her feet groaned under her weight. She turned the doorknob, inside. The room was stark bare walls, a dusty mattress on the floor, a small lamp that flickered erratically. But there was something else. On the walls, carved into the peeling paint, were words. No, not words, names, hundreds of them, scrawled in what looked like blood. Evelyn's breath caught in her throat as her flashlight flickered. She turned quickly, expecting to see someone standing behind her, but the hallway was empty. Suddenly, a sound came from the far end of the hollow, guttural whisper so faint it could have been the wind. But it was more than that. It was a voice that seemed to know her name, Evelyn. It rasped, each syllable scraping like fingernails on a chalkboard. Her heart raced. The voice was closer now, behind her, to close. Spinning around, she saw nothing. But the air was cold, unnaturally cold, and she felt the unmistakable sensation of being watched. A shadow passed behind her in the corner of her eye. She whipped around, but again there was nothing. She was alone. The whisper came again, louder this time and filled with malice. "You shouldn't have come here." Evelyn turned and ran, her pulse thundering in her ears. As she raced down the hallway, she stumbled into another room. It was identical to the first, and again, the walls were covered in names, but there was one name she recognized, Evelyn. Her own name was carved into the wall in the same dark, jagged letters as the others. She ran down the stairs in a panic, only to find the front door locked. The whispers now echoed through the building, growing louder, more desperate, more angry. Evelyn turned, and there, standing at the top of the stairs, bathed in shadow, was a figure, a woman with hollow eyes and an impossibly wide grin. "Evelyn," she whispered again, "you should have never left."